2, Medic 6, Engine 6, Caesar, 4003, 23rd Avenue, Unit D, Delta, Shiloh Arms Department. Caesar, 4003, 23rd Avenue, Unit D, Delta, the Shiloh Arms Department. The plane 2, Medic 6, Engine 6, RMS 190, Alpha 1 Operations, Bravo 3.
How's it going, everybody? We're just ramping up. Well, we've been ramped up for a little bit. We're just ramping up while we're live. We had a shooting in West Sacramento that we were not on, but the 2 victims were shot, transported to a local area hospital. There was a pursuit that ensued from West Sac down Highway 50 through downtown. Ended up in a crash near 34th Street and the freeway, and the subjects bailed out into the neighborhood and have been taken into custody, is our understanding. We were just on scene where one of them was taken into custody, and they had the Bearcat out. Off camera, I was talking with the family that got evacuated out of their house, and so they were dead asleep.
Officers in Texas 906 to CP. We're coordinating transport of 2 suspects back to West Sac.
Oh, man. So West Sac PD is at the command post, and they're taking over the 2 suspects that Sac PD detained, and they'll be transporting them back to West Sacramento. So we're here in the downtown Oak Park area. Hey, Steve. Hey, Lisette, howdy, welcome. So the funny part about this, those of you who have been following us for any time on our page, you know we usually run circles around mainstream media when we're on. So we were off, and so they got on this, and it happened just close to midnight. So channel 13 got the West Sac end of it. Channel 10 is over here on this end, and we always kind of laugh a little bit. Police department will always have a quote-unquote media staging area, which is where we will meet the public information officer when we want information, but we do not have to go to that area. So I just got in the area, and we located where the action was at, and with the Bearcat, and where they were taking the guy into custody, and the family that got evacuated out of the house, and talked with them. And so we just did what we do. That's why we've coined the phrase tactical photojournalist, because we dig in, we find out, we listen to the radios deeper than they listen to them, and we know what's going on. And so we pull out, and ABC 10 is sitting there several blocks away from the action, close to the command post, and missing everything. And I pulled up next to him and said, hey, why are you sitting over here? Oh, they told us the media staging was over here. And everything's blocked off. I said, really? I just got shots of the Bearcat and apprehending the guy and talk with the family. You might want to go around over here. Oh, but they're chasing us out of there. I was just there. And so he is now over there getting some cleanup footage. So it's just the difference between how we do news and mainstream does news. So they're just breaking down the command post. They just handed off the prisoners. So we did miss that. I don't have my long lenses because they got broke. We gotta get them fixed so I can get close-up shots anyway. G Parkway, no way. Are you kidding me? Okay.
Before I'm going to start you on that 502 24th Street, 57th Avenue. White BMW, David Paul 3920 Robert. There was an all black in the 70s. He was last seen pushing his vehicle eastbound 57.
So we're kind of back over here in that area where they had the perimeter, and we're actually going to head over to the east end of downtown. Need to work on getting a video finished from a call earlier today. Really a cool call, how it turned out. Garen, howdy. Welcome back, supporter. So this is the street right here that everything was going down on, and the suspect was in their backyard, right there to the left. And the Bearcat is gone now. So, oh, and here's ABC 10 over here. Oh, nope, that was the wrong. Yeah, he finally came. See, ABC 10 came over where we were at already. Oh, there he is, standing back there. Good to see you. Good, you made it. All right, man. Get that action. Have a good one. Yep. Oh, wow. Yep. So, he's getting his action shots now that all the action is over. And the funny thing is, they got him on overtime, and they don't like to do overtime. Okay. It just is what it is. That's the difference. I always tell our team that's the difference between employee mentality and passion. It's a regular thing when we jump on scene, and they're looking at their clocks because they want to get off work, and it's like, hey, the story needs to be told. Gary, yeah, yeah, they're clearing all the units now. They're breaking down that perimeter. Yeah, it's near 50 and Broadway. So 34th, kind of like right next to Sacramento High School, on V and 34th. So right between 34th, sound like Chicago, 34th and 33rd.
We'll go ahead and allow swing shift to go home. If there are swing shift units that are...
So anyway, the story from earlier today, a transient subject jumped a woman at 3rd and J Street downtown, and some workers that were putting up city street Christmas decorations saw it, and he beat her up and tried to steal her purse, and he went chasing after. Oh, those orange lights again. He went chasing after the suspect and caught up to him at the far end of Old Sacramento and tackled him, and the guy was hopped up on drugs, and he was in quite a fight with the suspect and trying to hold him down, him and his co-worker, and held the guy down until cops got there, and so he was taken into custody. So it's a real good Samaritan story, and we talked to him on camera, so be looking for that to be posted up like later tonight or first thing tomorrow. But we're gonna go here one of our landing spots where we can get some good Wi-Fi, and I need to download some footage so I can put in to the rest of that story, and then we'll be underway again. Good stuff, Garen. Have a good one, and be safe out there towing. And Ms. Gonzalez, donuts already. Come on now. It's not donut 30 yet. We just got going. See, I mean, she's already got donuts on the mind. Start a pursuit, Danny.
Elgin Lima Street. Finally coming from Elgin Lima Street and 10th Street across from the nightclub. Battalion 1, Enter 1, 5 miles 149 Alpha 2 operations, the Bravo 3.
Crime assault, 10th and L. They're one of the nightclubs over there. We will go check that out. Not quite a breaker. Christy Cooley, top supporter, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I'm serious. I gotta get the Facebook and tell them we need a top supporter badge. It's the new Sutter General, revamped, rebuilt, expanded Sutter General in front of us. The original part of the hospital is on the right, the newer part's to the left. Insomniac. Yeah, our red light's hitting us again. That's right, Chrissy. Look, you got 32 other insomniacs with you. And it's funny, like around 2 o'clock in the morning, we'll have around 100. So. Oh, so Chrissy, actually, you're not the top supporter on tonight. We actually have our executive producer with us, who is the absolute top supporter. My wife, Jerry Lynn, is riding with us tonight. Say hi.
Hi, everybody.
And no one will outgive her. She's given a ton. This public safety news literally, totally, completely wouldn't exist without her. So, and she's the one that gives up some of her nights and that, so I can be out here with you guys, because she believes in what we're doing. So she sacrifices a lot. So Christy Cooley says hi.
Good to see you, Christy.
Oh, another orange light.
We need to discuss the difference between orange, yellow, and red.
Hey, we have an audience.
But I went to a public school. We learned the difference. Obviously, you didn't go to a public school.
Yeah, see, this one's yellow.
There is hope.
Miss McGregor says hi, Jerry Lynn.
Hi, Miss McGregor.
Now, the question is, why is she up so late? Thanks, Robert.
Pink. I like that.
It just, it depends upon what side of the spectrum you're on, I guess. Right now we're headed to 10th and L. Fire came across with a violent crime assault. So we didn't hear the police dispatch on it.
Ms. McGregor doesn't know about working hours.
Oh, working hours? Yeah.
Define what that is.
See, that's what I thought. I thought it mean it. You know, that's why I always ask which light codes are we using tonight. See, I gotta have you guys keep me on track because I don't. You know, sometimes I miss the coding for the night.
Please scroll down a little bit.
Dan Moore says, "Thank you so much, Jerry Lynn."
You're welcome, Dan.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate that. Yeah, we need as many subscribers as we can. We're trying to get to that 1,000 mark on our YouTube channel. And thanks for posting that in there, Dan. So we can move this over to the YouTube platform and it will be a lot better. So it looks like this call may be unfounded because I don't see fire anybody on it. Since they want to argue in public, we'll put them live. So why is he filming us? Why is he filming us? Because you're arguing in public, and so I figured you might as well want to make it public, right? Lyft driver thinks it means stop in the middle of the street.
Patrolman's right here.
Yep. This might be where our altercation occurred. We got a couple of officers here with an individual. So, what'd you do?
Oh, nothing. Just looking for a piece of jewelry.
Uh-huh. Well, at least they don't have you over there on the perimeter. I mean, you know.
Not anymore. We just left.
Uh-huh.
That's where we're coming from.
There you go. All right. Have a good one.
Hey, you too.
All right. We'll loop back around and we gotta head back over to that area so we can get some Wi-Fi and work on getting this other story up. At the old, I'm not familiar with that one, Lisa.
Gonzalez calls you sir.
And there's our officers that we were just talking with right there on the right. Now see, so that situation over there had all the officers drained out of the downtown area to hold perimeter on that other situation. So as soon as they cleared that, they had this call over here.
Battalion 3, Engine 43, unknown medical aid, incomplete 911, track city en route, 1450 El Central Road, Unit 107. Unknown medical aid, incomplete 911, track city en route, 4450 El Central Road, Unit 107, Giovanni Apartment. Battalion 3, Engine 43, fire map 88, Charlie, operations, C Bravo 2.
Pretty quiet out here so far. Of course, that's when everything went bonkers the other night. You never know what's gonna happen.
No, I found a mistake.
We hold our wallets when we go by that store we just went past. Mike's camera. That drains our pocketbooks. We saw him into the dessert diner, to Rick's. Yeah, I like these little streamy things. They're kind of cool.
Engine 43, confirm response Bravo 2. Engine 43, confirm response Bravo 2.
This area will be hopping tomorrow night. Now, those of you who are with us, if you're with us tomorrow night, we'll drive through these same areas and it'll be completely different.
Battalion 1, Medic 4, Engine 4, fall 733 34th Street, fall 733 34th Street, Battalion 1, Medic 4, Engine 4, fire map 170, Delta 2 operations, C Bravo 3.
Thanks, Regina. The original Mel's Diner. I remember coming past here one night, not too long ago, just a couple of months ago, and there was a full-on brawl melee going on inside Mel's there, and you could look inside the windows, and there were people standing on top of the booth. It was quite the crazy scene, just even driving by.
91, information.
91, go ahead.
Session 391. Mother taking custody of child. First last of Ramos. First of Wanda. Sean Union Adams. Nora Adams. Date of birth of 12/5 of 77.
91, Michigan, custody of the day, Juan Ramos, 12577.
Battalion 4, engine 16. Illegal burn, northbound Interstate 5 on the off-ramp from eastbound 4. Illegal burn, northbound I-5 on the off-ramp, eastbound Florin Road at the Gore Point.
5 and
Battalion 4,
Florida.
engine 16,
Illegal
20 level
burn.
4 operations, develop
Yeah, we're out of play for that.
72.
Okay, if you all hang in there for just a few minutes with us, and I gotta get the laptop out and do some work real quick on the hood office. Gotcha. Thanks, Miss McGregor. All right, and thanks for that, Dan. Appreciate that. And for those who are always asking, there's our About page, and I'll put some of the content from that in here as well for folks. There's some more information about us, and there is the link for our main nonprofit, Community First Group. And so if folks want to click over on another tab on your computer, if you're on your computer, and or feel free to pop out and pop back in. I'll be busy for a few minutes working on some video, and then I'll be right back with you as soon as I get that finished and some video downloaded and edited in, and side loaded, uploaded, downloaded, overloaded, and I'll be right back. So, but we'll keep the stream going, and the radios are on, so y'all can keep track of what's going on in the city for me. If you hear any shootings or anything, make sure you remember where they're at and post them in the feed for me, and be right back with you. And Jerry Lynn, no telling stories about me while I'm out of the car.
Who says?
Oh man, I don't know, maybe I should turn the feed off. I don't. It's my party and I'll cry if I...
Battalion 1, Medic 1, Engine 1. Mail 1409 Romeo Street. Mail 1409 Romeo Street in front of the Shady Lady. Battalion 1, Medic 1, Engine 1, Barnett 169 Tommy 3 operations, please follow 3.
You were live. You did have it. There you go.
Battalion 1, Engine 2. Accident, eastbound Business 80 on the on-ramp from 30th Street. Eastbound Business 80 on the on-ramp of 30th Street. Battalion 1, entry 2, fire map 150, Alpha 1 operations, Bravo 3. Central 391. Julie was sighted. Julie, his mother, 398. Anyone company Julie was sighted, release the mother, 288.
Officer Expert, we go to channel 2.
Go ahead.
Can you please relieve 1064 at Moonshine and 34?
Paper route. Lincoln 7, I copy. One two three, let's leave it in place. We'll look at the means
Copy.
Good job. Do we have an RC first one or what's that?
No, 123, just leave it in place. Looks like the page is getting further.
Okay, sorry.
Control part check. Engine 6, Medic 10, fall 4030 50th Street, fall 4030 50th Street, Type 2, Engine 6, Medic 10, Prime Map 190, Bravo 3, Operations, Bravo 3. front, all our feet is not here. You're clear to search and southbound.
Just waiting on a file to finish uploading, and then I can do the rest from the in-car computer, and we'll be underway soon.
Battalion 2, Truck 6, Medic 8, vehicle accident, Colonial Way and Stockton Boulevard. Vehicle accident, Stockton Boulevard and Colonial Way, on Stockton in front of the Cypress building. Battalion 2, Truck 6, Medic 8, fire route 170, Alpha 2 operation to be Bravo 3.
Unidentified. Any unit still on the dedicated incident, please switch to channel 4. Repeating information, attention, activity, channel 3 is undedicating, sector 3 units still want to identify, sector 6 units with one identify, any graveyard unit still on the dedicated incident, switch to channel 4. Activity clear, on 36.
2, Engine 2. Syncope 1801, Allison Lima Street, Unit 323. Syncope 1801, Allison Lima Street, Unit 323. Battalion 1, Medic 2, Engine 2, from F169 Delta 3 operations, Speed Delta 3.
It says about 5 minutes on the upload. We're 2-channel operation now for SAC PD. Hey Jose, we are currently only doing ride-alongs for team members who are orientating new team members, but we are working on a ride-along program for some folks who significantly invest in us. We're going to be having a kind of a round-robin trophy.
1 Alpha 28, start to 1 Alpha 35, start to move up to the crossroads, break to
J and 28th, there's a fight. That's probably what the sirens are. That trophy is going to be really kind of cool. We got the idea from another organization, very large organization, and kind of excited about that. It's going to be for folks who are going to kind of be considered founding members for our organization. So that trophy, it'll be like a one-upman trophy. So we'll set the amount at $1,000, and so whoever gives the $1,000, their name will go on that trophy, and then we'll set the next amount above that. So whoever gives $2,000, $4,000, so on, it'll be like a record-breaking trophy, and then that trophy will go in our building when we get our office. So go into a trophy case when we get our office. So we're actually pretty excited about that. And those where that comes around with the ride-alongs, those people who get their names on the trophy will get a ride-along. So actually, they'll be able to ride along anytime they want.
I guess the number's wrong. 2709.
I'll 32.
32, turn.
Officer 2 signals, decline medical, no transport. We appreciate the crew started for this traffic signal.
Alpha 12. at the apartment directory. There is no apartment 107. Is there a way we can call back and see if you can meet us at the leasing office or better 95?
Now the call to try.
Where was that at? 28th and what? That's where that officer was just zooming off to. Good deal. I think it's pronounced Anakin. I'm not the best at pronouncing names, so I apologize if I botched that. And Jeff Nighty Night, thanks for joining us. And that story from today is uploaded to YouTube, and we'll be pushing it out here on Facebook shortly. Hopefully.
I'm out with 41 or 42.
Good stuff. I got it right. Wow. Were you all impressed? Yeah, no, he doesn't even get that. You know, it's sad that, I just got to say this personally. It's sad that right there is that person's whole ego. The car, yeah, zooming by in the car, just gotta, yeah. Hope someday he lives for more than that. That might be short-sighted, but that's what's going through my brain right now. I like what Scott says. It's my stream and I'll say what I want to. Oh man, thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks, Abnick. And so we're waiting for something significant to occur. Meanwhile, getting some administrative work done while we can grab some good internet real quick and get this news story pushed out with the Good Samaritan that tackled the bad guy. He just messaged me a little while ago. His name's Ryan, and he was wincing. You'll see him in the end of the video when he laughs a little bit, and you can see him wincing and holding his side. And I told him, I said, man, I'm a former medic. You may want to go get that checked. And he did, and he has 2 broken ribs from fighting with the guy. And he said, but I'd do it again. So that was pretty cool. We'll be back underway here shortly. Again, this is the business end of everything, getting the stories uploaded and pushed out. It doesn't do any good if it just sits on our cameras and our laptops if we don't get them out. Anakin, you didn't read who we are. Let me probably drop this in several times tonight, but I'll drop in the about information. So make sure you click the see more and read that, and I'll tell you everything about us. Oh, not a problem. It's funny. People see the black hood on the vehicle, and yes, it's a retired law enforcement vehicle. It's a great platform for us as a mobile newsroom. A lot of it, we call it news stringers. We're formerly news stringers, and we use the Ford Crown Victorias, a lot of us, just because it's a good platform to operate all of our gear and our radios, just like it is for the police. So when we get the cars at a good price, even though we're still trying to get this one paid off. And if you'd like to help with that, you can go to our donate page so we can get this thing paid off faster. I know the executive producer would appreciate that. She's nodding her head yes. Officer Bradley, wow, that name sounds familiar. Sac PD, Avnik? Ah, I got you. Yeah, I know. I have a hard time keeping track of most of their names because there's so many of them. Oh, we've had that conversation, Califield. We don't work for the news stations anymore. There's no market here in Sacramento. They all follow us. Like a few folks found out over here earlier on another call with ABC 10, but most of them follow us, and they'll hit us up if they want our footage. But we serve the community now, not the news stations, and news stations don't pay. So. Robert, don't know. We haven't got a condition update, and we usually don't unless they succumb to their injuries due to HIPAA laws. They're not even allowed to tell the police department that information. Yeah, we don't find out. All we know is when they get transported about what condition they're in usually, and that's about all we find out. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about, Avnik. We're mostly overnight, so we don't get to know a lot of the daytime officers. So we know quite a few of the evening officers. And our executive producer is yawning. You can't start that, it's too early. No yawning allowed on News Cruiser 3.
Tough crowd.
I know, it's tough, huh? Hey Sharon, how you doing? Welcome. No problem, Avnik. Thanks for joining us. I gotta get back on the other computer real quick. Be right back with you. Jerry Lynn is here if you want to ask her any questions. Feel free. Just don't tell any stories about me while I'm gone. I mean, really.
Bye.
Oh no. I can't leave you guys alone with her. You guys are going to know everything.
Attending to medic 56, engine 56, abdominal pain 6712, harm's way. Abdominal pain 6712, harm's way. Attending to medic 56, engine 56, Skymaster 230, Delta 3 operations, Sea Bravo 3.
Alright, we're back. And that story is pushed out. And you can pick that up on your Twitter. Oh, our Twitter, by the way, is PS_News_SAC. And of course our YouTube. And Dan helped push that out earlier. Is YouTube.com 916 Maverick. You want to hear that story. James, I saw James up there. Hi, James. Ryan and his partner were working downtown, and they saved the day and captured the woman's attacker. So, yeah, a couple of people I saw subscribe to our YouTube page. Thank you. We need everyone who's on here to click in and subscribe to our YouTube page. And we gotta get up to 1,000 viewers on there, and we're almost to 750 almost. We might be over that. Where are we at? Let's see before I pull out here away from the Wi-Fi. Your channel. I don't know, Anthony, who's this? You clicked on a link. You didn't read who you clicked onto? I don't know. I click and check what I'm click into before I click into it. So 748 subscribers on our YouTube. 2 more and we'll be at 750, and then we just need 250 more so we can move this live stream over to our YouTube. And so we have over 26,000 likes on Facebook and over 29,000 followers. So if just a fraction of all those folks, including you folks here, would subscribe to our YouTube channel, that would be splendid, and then we can get this over to a better platform. Anthony, go to psnews.us/about, and here, I'll paste the information in right here for you again. There we go. And we're off. So yeah, that story, you really got to make sure you check out that story and share it today, about the Good Samaritan. It is a really, really good story, and I guarantee you the newsrooms right now that we pushed it out and it hit their news desks, they're going, how do we miss that story? Yeah, just like you miss all the other local stuff. That's why we do what we do. We were with a few SAC PD officers today, and they were really thanking us for how we do our news coverage. And the officers said to us, the people of Sacramento wouldn't know half of what goes on, most of what goes on in the city if it wasn't for public safety news. Because the news stations just don't cover local stuff. And the stories like the one that we just posted about the Good Samaritan who caught the gal's attacker today, no one else knew about it. We were the only ones. Yep. Robert, top fan. Hey, you saw that. We're rolling. Yes, we are. Welcome back. As we stroll the streets of downtown Sacramento. Actually, we're in Midtown right now. And we're coming up into, oops, yellow, pink, red.
Their names, and then I have them still. I can book them. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I got all that stuff from them. And I'll head back to tow it right now. All right, thanks.
Yeah, I haven't heard that going down, and let's see, that was right when all the SWAT stuff was going on, or actually they used the Bearcat, then actually go SWAT. What was it? I'm trying to remember what that was now. We heard all the cops racing to it. I can't remember what it was. It all starts blending in together after a while. And I don't think I got to, we started to mention this, I think last night. When we drive through the city, you see landmarks, like over here is the Porch restaurant, which we haven't gone to yet, by the way, sweetheart. We need to go there. I'm not calling you guys sweetheart. Sweetheart is sitting next to me, otherwise known as executive producer. Yes, I admit it. I sleep with the executive producer of Public Safety News. Anyway, I digress. You know, and Squeeze Burger, you know, that's the landmarks you guys have. When we drive through, we see incidents. Case in point, I was sitting back in the parking lot, just back to our right a few months ago, and all of a sudden heard shots fired while I was sitting there. And I mean, it was loud. And it actually occurred at this parking garage coming up on our left, and someone was firing shots toward the parking garage. In fact, I can see where one of the bullet strikes is right now. There's another bullet strike, and then 5 people were shot right on this patio to our left as we just went by. And it's kind of like if you've ever done augmented reality things on your phone. That's what it's almost like. As you drive through, you actually, almost like the incidents are overlaid in your mind at these different locations. Right here, I can see a lot of fights occurring that have happened. And you know, as we drive through, you know, down here we've had presidential motorcades, police officer funerals. This street right here where we're driving, completely packed with police cruisers from all over the nation for officers' funerals at the cathedral. So that's what someone else was just asking about. Yeah, that was actually the Valley High area. I know they were pursuing somebody around Valley High School, and I can't remember what it was. That was before we ramped up, and I just kind of like heard that off to the side. Oh, green light. Is that green? Is that go tonight? Yeah. And the California State Capitol is off to our left. That was weird. Okay. Someone running down the street wrapped up in a blanket. Looks like maybe she bailed out of that car. Hold on a second. What do we got going on over here? We're gonna circle back around. We got a pickup truck with 2 doors, with the doors open, sitting in the middle of the street, and we have that female that was running down the street. So let's hop back around here and see what's up. Hit the Capitol roundabout, traffic circle. CHP on duty protecting the Christmas tree. They haven't started decorating it yet. I heard there might be a problem with the tree. Okay, that truck's gone. Is it 2 already, Robert? Oh my goodness, it is. Exactly. And it's funny, officers have told us they consider everybody that's out driving this time to be impaired. Okay, the pickup truck is gone, and the female that was running with a blanket wrapped around her is gone. Oh, that's nothing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cozy on the street.
Executive producer 1's getting an education on the street over here. This is just normal. Yeah, Friday night. Tomorrow night's gonna be interesting. Got a shooting there on that corner. See what I mean by our landmarks that we see? Remember John that used to come in to Burkos?
Yeah.
That's him.
That's John?
That's John.
Wow.
Yeah. He's gotten way worse. There's a transient that used to come into one of the restaurants we frequented, and the manager there was actually trying to reach out to him and another gal and help them out, and she would let them come in and eat and pay whatever they could, as long as they behaved themselves. And he, you know, the typical mental illness situation, he would have periods of lucidness, you know, where he could really talk with him, and it was neat to be able to sit and talk and try to help them out, or just be a friend to them when you're able to. But he's gotten really bad, and so it kind of looks like Wolfman Jack back there. Well, we'll go ahead and say the Q word. It's quiet out here. The radios are quiet. Highway Patrol radio is even quiet.
Turn R1, but it's a wrong way, 10th at Capitol. Wrong way, 10th at Capitol, Chelsea Custom.
Oh, wrong way driver, right back where we were just at. 10th at Capitol.
Turn 12 and round. R1, 10-9.
They just corrected themselves. They're at 10 at 12 now.
R1, they just corrected themselves N at 12 now. Just corrected N at 12. Give description.
What it is a black four-door sedan.
Black four-door sedan. Now N at 12th got turned around, which means they're coming our direction.
N at 12, 12, you copy.
There's a chance the officers will continue to follow and pull them over for a DUI evaluation. That's typical. But we should be intercepting them right up here shortly.
91 copy.
Okay. L Street, Capitol would be M as in Mary, and then we're coming up on N. And we'll see if there's a spot we can hang right here and see if a black vehicle, black sedan comes through. Yeah, exactly, Johnny. Which is why they could get stopped. Yeah, just because someone's wrong way driving doesn't necessarily mean they're intoxicated, but this time of night, it makes it a good penal code stop, so officers have a reason to stop them and check them out. That was a black sedan.
No, we're talking to them right now.
12 copy, 97 with the vehicle. They are stopped 15th, just south of N, so 4.
Oh, 15th south of N. So just down from us.
91 copy.
And we can see the headlights of the car down there. So they're stopped. Doesn't appear to have officer with them, but we'll check.
Battalion 1, Engine 2, internal commercial alarm 101083. Commercial alarm 1010 8th Street at the base Cal building, Park Tower. Battalion 1, Engine 2, fire map 149 Alpha 2, operations be voluntary.
So we have a commercial fire alarm ring at 1010 8th Street. So that would be J and 8th. So we'll head that direction. We should start hearing a bunch of sirens and fire apparatus. blazing through in just a couple of minutes. We're gonna go to the side streets. Try not to run these people over.
Central 3991, park check.
Oh, that's right, we gotta go around. Jump down here. We can't go through there. Hit P Street, because P Street goes through, because construction on O, building a new state building. Snazzy one too, actually, for a state building.
Technically, there's several state buildings being built downtown.
That's true. You're right. Big ones.
Yes.
They're trying to replace some of their old. Out with the old, in with the new.
Out with the parking lots, in with the buildings.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, we dropped down some, Robert. We lost some. 63. It's because you're not sharing it. You know, you got to invite all your friends. Oh, you probably did, Top Fan. And California Highway Patrol there. So, I wonder if the alarm got canceled. Oh, it was only engine 2 that was assigned to it. Interesting. Okay.
You want to see you go out there next Thursday?
In our department. So you're thinking we are a law enforcement agency, Josh? Did you look at the description of the feed that you clicked into and the clear statements there? So hold on. Shot spotter activation on Glen Rose, 1 round fired. So Josh, that about information is for you. Oh, there's engine 2 clearing the scene. They were over there left of us. You can see them off camera.
Delta 23, 1 Alpha 25. We're being advised that we just transferred a call for a fire here. And
no problem, Josh. I understand. It's just kind of funny because we get that a lot. Oh, they have a house fire. Where was that at? Why did I miss that?
2-3, you need traffic control.
Not at this
Okay,
point, but
we
we do need to evacuate the people. So we can get 2 units at least to respond to code 3 and start evacuating people.
Glenrose Avenue. I know the light's green.
No, it's red.
Oh, it's red now?
Yes.
To assist 2-3.
I've got to see where this is at.
Delta 2-3 en route. Or correction, Delta 2-4.
Delta 2-4,
Battalion 3, BC3, BC7, Engine 20, Rescue 20, Medic 20, Engine 19, Engine 17, Truck 17, Engine 101. Residential structure fire. 1058 Glenrose Avenue. Residential structure fire, 1058 Glenrose Avenue, next to the location. Battalion 3, BC3, BC7, Engine 20, Rescue 20, Medic 20, Engine 19, Engine 17, Truck 17, Engine 101. Fire map
We
130,
are 10
Delta
minutes
3
away from that
Bravo
fire.
66.
And J Street to 16th. All right. We're on our way to a structure fire. And it is a good fire. A working fire. I shouldn't say no fire is good. And one of our other team members is en route to the fire as well. Tyler is out tonight. And he is en route to that fire. And Tyler, got your message that you're en route to that fire. We're en route as well. It is a working fire. Law enforcement came on and said they do have a fire and they're getting people evacuated out. So I won't be able to pay attention to your comments much right now. When we can reply, we will.
Battalion 3 on 6 for Glenrose.
16th to Del Paso. We turn off on Del Paso.
Okay, good. Thanks.
34th Street on ramp is going to be open and all units.
Okay.
Alpha 7, Rescue 20 now.
Fire from a outbuilding in the on the Charlie side, attached to the main structure. Rescue 34 over 90, heart rate of 90. 20's on scene. We're taking fire attack for 150 tank line, 60 company give me a water supply. 2 outside.
Gotta love the red lights.
Yeah, Battalion 3, got them on scene. I got the man. We have a outbuilding on the Charlie side, and it's already extended into the main building on the Alpha side.
Power lines are also involved, sounds like. Again, we won't be able to reply to your comments at the moment. We'll be focused on radios and the road. So we'll reply to comments when we can. We're currently en route to a working structure fire on Glenrose.
Here's on D6, Rescue 20. Got confirmed into the main structure. We have an open fence on the Delta side for a hose line to get to that Charlie side.
And a weapons call not too far from the fire on Arcade Boulevard.
23 amounts of fire, doing out fire control, just on the 12.
We are in Sacramento, California. bit of law enforcement responding to this fire.
Second line at protection Bravo exposure line. Security officers turn back to any officer to the north. And directly south behind the outdoor.
Okay, officers are working on evacuating multiple residences. Down power lines.
Came off from Sam 2.
Roughly 1 mile to go.
Okay.
You guys got out here and right here. You take the channel for me, please. I already got the channel. That's everyone got.
They're sending multiple officers to this. Again, the officers are working getting surrounding residences evacuated. Oh yeah, we got a lot of blinky blinkies up there.
Northbound on the south side where the 16 center by the Canterbury is a dark sedan. Map 17 confirming your arrest for that. 7 weapons call on our case. 4650 copy.
Primary is clear. Primary clear meaning that they've searched the residence and there are no victims inside.
Are you ready for charge?
Gotcha, Lisa. Thanks for supporting. We're stuck at this red light.
Engine 20, Rusty 20. Alright, Hector, hold on. That's 20. 28, plus 964, gonna get the power shut off.
You can see why we hate red lights.
The fire on the passenger evacuated.
4640. Copy 6 houses, north on Doug Paso.
We've got channel 13 behind us.
Sam 2, just any more shots fired, we're probably going to be transformers. We got a lot of them blowing up out here.
Got a lot of transformers blowing up.
Sam 2, check
Channel 13 is actually with us for a change. That's a good one. All right, we're gonna be bumping in right here, and we'll be getting out of the vehicle. Oh, you can see flame right over there. And I'm gonna be jumping out of the vehicle.
Wow.
Where's my strap?
That's some flames.
Yep.
Hey, bud. Power line's about to drop in front of that 220. 50 message for all units on that alpha side.
Sounds like they're going for a second alarm on this.
Traction index up to tide 7 reporting possible wires coming down on the alpha side. All units keep your eyes open.
All right. I was looking for the gimbal. Okay, everybody listen up for me. I'm going to shut this feed down. I'm going to restart it. I need to take the cover off of the phone so I can put it on the gimbal for y'all.
Second alarm, residential.
Oh, wow. Looks like we're actually able to resume the feed. That's pretty cool. See, they got a lot of fire over there.
Your primary backup and car pull the backup off engine 20.
And working on getting y'all on the gimbal, or else it'll be shaky as heck.
Yeah.
All right, we got you gimbalated. This was live stream is all playing. I got one of my other guys is here on the other side already.
I was right behind you the whole time.
That's all right. But finally it catching up to us. All right. So we gotta be careful because there were some power lines reported down, and this whole backyard was on fire. Still got some flame coming out. The top of the structure, you see the firefighters on top of the roof there. We got Tyler Day on scene with us. Help, Tyler, come this way. There we go. And so see, you got the firefighter really close to the, right there where the flames coming up next to the firefighter on the roof. This is where it gets really dangerous for the firefighters. They cut the vents in the roof, and that flames right up by them.
You guys are moving around the ball. I'm going to start my tape here because this power line's down and it was hanging on one of the rigs.
Right.
So.
Got it. Well, remember, we can go anywhere on these scenes.
Huh?
We can go anywhere on these scenes.
I'm just wondering if you can electrocute it.
I understand that. That's your, we appreciate that. Hey, we're joining us from England. Wow, we got England supporter. Thank you, appreciate that, Ian. And so once again, we don't have law enforcement on these scenes often, and on fire scenes we can go anywhere we want or need to. They just have to inform us of our safety. And this isn't a power line that's down right here. This is a cable drop, and it's already de-energized, so we're away from it. So Tyler Day is capturing our regular video, and I'm taking care of the live stream here with y'all, and that's why our teamwork is important. So still got active fire in the backyard, and they're really not they're getting that now. But obviously fires out on the outer lying areas aren't as important as the main structure, so they get those as they can. Once again, this is Maverick from Public Safety News. You're joining us live on Glen Rose off of Del Paso, in the Del Paso Heights area, I believe is where we're at, to Sacramento. I kind of lose my geography a little bit when we get north of downtown proper. Hey, look at that. Answer that just as you were asking that, Josu. Thanks, Ian. Appreciate that. From England, good stuff. And take note, Sacramentans. We have an individual from England that is a supporter. So, we still have more fire units responding. Johnny from New York, thank you. Appreciate that. Once again, you're on scene with the Sacramento Fire Department is on scene. I'm not sure. I think they made this a second alarm. That's what we have responding right now. Whoop. It does. You come over here. You don't have to pay attention to those on fire stations. And when they say anything, that's what's on the back of your badge. There's a penal code. Your PSN ID. It was a structure fire. It was a house on fire. They had to get evacuated. They got several officers on scene that were evacuating the other houses surrounding. I think it's just one house that was on fire. And more battalion chiefs arriving on scene. We got Battalion 1, Battalion 3 is on scene too, I believe. If you're in the Sacramento area, Del Paso is shut down at Glen Rose completely. Yeah, Regina, everybody got out safely, and they even did the primary check was clear, which means everybody was out. There was actually officers that were here quickly, and the officers actually called it in, and they got everybody out of the house. So we got firefighters working on top of the roof there.
Command B7, I'll take another truck with some vent off on the Bravo 1 exposure. Get those guys inside of him.
So it looks like they got a good knockdown on the fire, and just some of the...
requesting an additional truck to the Bravo 1 exposure for assistance on ventilation.
All right, William. Don't worry, we'll hold it down out here for you. At least we're in Sacramento, California, north of downtown Sacramento, in the neighborhood of Del Paso Heights, I believe is where we're at, off of Del Paso and Glen Rose. Del Paso and Glen Rose. This is right on the corner of Del Paso and Glen Rose. Firefighters coming off the roof now. And those of you with us earlier, you saw them venting the roof and all the flame coming up through the roof. And the firefighters right there. Kind of tense there for a few minutes.
Copy.
Thanks, Regina. Like I said earlier, kind of lose some of my geography when we get up in this area.
Rescue 20 off the roof.
And they had some backyard stuff on fire still.
Rescue 20.
Careful, don't get wet. Everybody got your rain jackets on? Ian's probably got his rain jacket on. Raining up there in England, over there. Not a problem, Lisa. And that's Rescue 20 there. We're actually in Engine and Truck 20's district, Rescue 20. Rescue 20 is considered a truck. Now, test time. What's the difference between an engine and a truck? Someone can throw that in there for me. What is the difference between a fire engine and a fire truck? Didn't know it was going to be quiz night tonight, did you?
Guys, 5, this is 3. I'm at the command for this system. Go ahead, we look for you. Sure, 95 copies.
And if everyone on here right now, while you're trying to figure out the difference between an engine and a truck, would tap your screen and click on that share button, we would appreciate that. And then you can go back to the same thing and click on invite and invite all your friends to our feed. We would appreciate that. Aha! Good stuff. Regina, you got it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Engines carry water. Trucks do not carry water. You do not want just a truck showing up to your fire. Your house will burn. Yes and no, Skylar. Trucks carry all the equipment. They do like the heavy stuff. Like just now, the truck crews go to the roof, cut the holes in the roof. They do the rescue. They're not strictly rescue. Lisa, engines do carry ladders, but the main ladders are on the trucks. On the back of this rescue rig is considered a truck, although it doesn't have an aerial ladder on it. And on the back end, there's a full complement of ladders. They throw a roll-up door open, and there's a full complement of ladders back there. Engines carry basic combination ladders, but the real ladders, the bigger ladders, and the full complement of ladders are on the trucks. Trucks also carry the exhaust fans, the saws, the extrication, Hurst tools. I think they use Camacho here, not Hurst. But yeah, trucks do not carry water. So there was a problem that we had here back a few years ago where we had station brownouts. So case in point, in Oak Park, Engine 6, when Engine 6 got browned out, if you had a fire like this, Truck 6 would be the first apparatus on scene. And this did happen several times during those brownouts. And so Truck 6 gets there and they can go in and do rescues, but they can't get the wet stuff on the red stuff, and fire doubles every minute. So yeah, and that was a funding issue with the city, and so they had to cut staffing. And then we had the Measure U that came in, and everyone supported Measure U. because they were under the understanding that Measure U was going to bring more staffing for both fire and police. Well, and these are the facts. Those funds have been misappropriated by the politicians and redirected and not being used as the constituents had voted for. And we don't get into the politics of things most of the times, but that's just the facts. So.
We're next to the main building.
Yep, good stuff, Skylar.
Yeah, the fire knocked down.
So if you if you pay attention to stuff at City Council and the notes for City Council when certain things are coming up, if there's Measure U things that are coming up, it would be a bad thing for the silent majority to be at City Council and not be so silent. Just saying. It would benefit the community as a whole. Oh, we got a little sparker that popped up there under the eave.
I'm in the attic in the fan on. We're looking for a second first sensor right now, so this is because we have knockdown on the Bravo 1 as well.
Hurricane May Top is 101 reporting knockdown on the Bravo 1 exposure.
Was the other house on fire too? Was the other house on fire too? On the Bravo side?
Outside?
We're not sure, but just from the radio traffic that I just heard, the Bravo exposure house, so that'd be on the left side of the house, may have been involved and got burned as well, and have some attic fire to it.
So. The glass line from the Bravo 1 exposure is burned through and on the ground.
Gotcha, man. I copy wires down on the Bravo Charlie side of the building, and safety message SMUD is on their way. It was about 30 minutes.
Okay, so they do have power lines down on the Bravo side, so on the B side. So the way that works, so they can orientate where they are on buildings and call out quickly where problems are. The front of the building is the A side, the Alpha side, and then it goes clockwise. So the left side of the structure is a Bravo, back side is a Charlie, and the side we're on right now is the Delta side of the building, and he's going to put a squirt on that little bit of flame there. There we go. Put the wet stuff on the red stuff. Get his air pack changed out. And you have about 15 to 20 minutes on an air pack, and you really learn how to control your breathing so you don't burn through your air tank. And then they also have a apparatus that comes on scene called an light and air truck. They usually have a complement of lights on top, and also has an air replenishment system so they can refill the air bottles while they're on scene. Hey, Tyler. Come around here. So we're gonna kind of come over here and grab some more footage around front. So the large hose lines are called LDH. That's a large diameter hose. That's your supply lines. And then again, Rescue 20 here carries a full complement of the rescue gear. Also, they also have trucks that are just specialized for shoring. They have a lot of lumber on them, and so they have a lot of lumber and saws on them, and they if there's like a imminent building collapse, they're able to shore up the building, like when houses, when vehicles crash through. Vehicle.
I know you're kind of on the sidewalk. Can you actually stay on the sidewalk rather than the street? I know it's taped off. I know it's blocked off.
I can actually go up in there.
Okay, well,
because the council allows us to. We're on the fire scene.
Okay. Well, if you impede them, that's also okay.
Never impede them.
Okay. So
every single day.
Okay. Well, I do this every single day as well.
Right.
Okay. So
but you're not on fire scene every hour.
I know, but I'm asking you if you can just move onto the sidewalk.
Actually, I'm going to be going over that way so we can get more of the scene.
Okay. Well, if you get anywhere, I'm going to let all these firefighters know that if you get in their way at all,
you can do that. Okay. We work with these firefighters every day, just like we do you on separate scenes.
Okay.
So, and I've been doing this since I was 13. Okay. So I appreciate you and respect you completely.
All right.
And we never argue with you guys, but when it comes to fire scenes, and I'm a former firefighter paramedic.
Okay.
This penal code right here on the back, you can look that up. I can go anywhere on the scene.
Okay.
And I'll never be in their way.
Okay. Well, I'm just asking you nicely that just don't get in their way. Okay?
Never do.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Okay. So, clear that up with the police department. Sometimes they're not usually here on the fire scenes, and they don't get to deal with us much, and they don't know our limitations on fire scenes, and that's why we kind of stand our ground a little bit. He saw I was very respectful with him and understand where he was coming from, but at the same time on fire scenes we're allowed to enter the fire scenes. They put caution tape up so general public doesn't get in and drive over hose lines, get in the firefighter's way, and like I relate to him, I'm a former paramedic firefighter, so I know our boundaries. So this house on the corner was the main house that was involved, and the house next to it had some burn to it, but they were able to get that under control quickly. So hopefully we'll be able to talk with one of the fire chiefs as soon as they become available and give a full report on this, what we call a soundbite, and take care of that. So once again, we're on the corner of Glen Rose and Del Paso, and so once again we're going to come around back to the other side of the scene with engine 17 and 19, and here's engine 20. So engine 20 would have been the first engine on scene, and so they put in the attack lines, and they drop in the attack lines first. They pull the hoses on the other side, and they go in for initial fire attack. While that's happening, there's another engine that's laying the supply line to them from the hydrant, and bring that over and hooking up. And you see the water's flowing. They try to keep the tank full, and so they can flow from the tank and switch from the fire hydrant. And so this is the other house that was involved, and obviously it doesn't have that much involvement. And I think they have a little bit of a attic fire, because a lot of times the fire will come from the outside and burn upwards, and it can get in the attic space of the adjacent structures. So that's why if a house catches on fire next to yours, that part could be very dangerous. Hey Skylar, we're a tactical photojournalist. We are a news agency. I myself am a former paramedic firefighter engineer. So And once again, at least here in California, the police department can't keep us out of fire scenes as a news agency. And we have excellent police officers here, and we work with them on a daily basis and on their scenes, but they are rarely on fire scenes. And so there's really not much going on tonight, so we have a lot of police officers and they're helping with traffic control, but they don't get to see what our boundaries are and how we work very often. So we'll probably actually clear off of this pretty shortly. It's not going to change much, and we'll actually be shutting down our feed real soon here. We're actually over our time. We usually go to about 2:30. Exactly, you got it, Lisa. A tactical photojournalist, as opposed to news stringers. We got away from that title when the news station stopped paying, and we don't really like using the stringer title anymore because we serve the community, not the news stations. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and break down. Appreciate y'all joining us. And again, I'll drop in a few of the links here while we're waiting. And there's our About page, so you can learn more about us. Public Safety News. And let's see here. There's our YouTube channel. So again, if you would, please, everyone that's on here, just click over to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That doesn't cost a thing. Just click a button, and just clicking that subscribe button will help us greatly. We're up to about 750 subscribers on our YouTube channel. We need to be up to 1,000 so we can move this feed over to the YouTube platform, where it'll flow much better, and we'll also be able to monetize that on the YouTube channel, which will help us out greatly as well. So if y'all would do that, we would appreciate that. Then one more link for you, or two more links we'll drop in. Whoops, got a... There is a link for our nonprofit that we are under. So we're got Public Safety News Network, powered by Community First Group, com1group.org, and you can learn more about that there. And then if you enjoyed our coverage tonight and you'd like to help underwrite us, we would greatly appreciate that. And folks, is coming up to that time of year, especially for business owners and philanthropists, that they need their tax write-offs, and we'd just like to put ourselves in position in front of you for you to consider helping to underwrite us in a larger way, and we would appreciate that greatly. We have some definite immediate needs. Just being transparent with our viewers, we need to pay off News Cruiser 3. The executive producer that was riding with me tonight, aka my wife, and I are paying for that out of pocket, and I left Amazon a while ago to do this in a full-time capacity, and when our nonprofit came through, we were expecting, really thought that our viewers would jump in and start supporting at least $1 a month. My goodness, we have over 26,000 likes and over 29,000 followers. And we thought we could get at least a quarter of our viewers to support us at $1 a month through the YouTube subscriptions. And we have barely been able to get 60. So we were taken quite aback by that. And so if you'd like to even just support us through Facebook at 99 cents literally a month, that would be greatly appreciated. And but if you can assist on a larger scale, again, we need to get that News Cruiser paid off, and we need a brick and mortar office in downtown Sacramento. And we are doing grant research. We just brought on a grant writer. There's going to be a part-time grant writing, and so hopefully soon we'll be able to acquire some grants. But you can't rely on the grants. We need that base funding from our viewers to underwrite us. So again, we appreciate that. And yes, exactly, Joseph. Thank you. Appreciate that. And second alarm fire, and downgraded to a 1 alarm. They just need the extra. They just need the extra manpower on that. So, again, we appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining us. And it's not often we get to leave you on a big scene like this. Usually we're kind of winding down and just driving down the street downtown Sacramento. But here you go. You got to join us on a pretty large incident tonight. Once again, it's Maverick Public Safety News. Thanks again for joining us. And Lord willing, we'll see you all tomorrow night.